Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 15 week, not week, it's bowl season baby. We are back and we are starting our 3-day extravaganza. We are having every bowl game here, right now. We have the first round of the CFP coming tomorrow. And then we got the quarterfinals coming on Monday. A ton of games, a ton of time going down here in the next couple of days. If you don't know what this is the the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim a team, and build them up. We are moving to the new game, so we're finishing as quickly as possible. We're coming off from a great watch party game between UNLV and Akron that will be uploaded later on. It was a great finish, so we're hoping for some good bowl games. We're going to go through all bowl games today. And announcement, we will not have off-season strategies this year. So if you win, nothing happens. We are going to go into the transfer portal while we're still in this season, probably next week. So keep your head on the swivel. If you haven't already, please DM me what your decision is, if you're going to stay at your current school or if you're going to go into the coaching carousel. I need all those answers by midnight tonight. Later today, I'll put out an announcement for all the coaches that have not done it yet. It is due tonight. Otherwise, I am removing you from your team, opening it up, and I'm taking every one of your SFA players and putting them in the portal. So please don't be dumb. Please don't completely destroy what you've built as we head to the new game. Welcome in. We got Mango. Yeah, playoffs are bust, absolutely. Happy bowl season. Welcome in, Pizza. Coach Dogwater, thank you. So we're going to get into it. It's going to be a long BearCave. As you guys know what happens on BearCave, we sim the game. If it's close at the end, we'll watch the end. We're going to go through every single bowl game because they are all now scheduled competitively and they're no longer just randomly assigned. So hopefully we're looking for some fun games, some good games. Bets are closed. BearCave is closed. All that will be tallied up a little bit later. But I am so excited for what we've got going on here in the next couple of days and what the future holds. But we're going to send NCAA 14 out with hopefully a bang. It's been a little mean to us the last couple of weeks. So here we go. So I've got to get my list out. If you're here, you can pick heads or tails, kick or receive, the whole shebang. So we're going to start out with, as always, you got your famous Idaho Potato Bowl. So that has BYU in it. So we're going to go to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. So Mushbrain, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Ron, if you're here, let me know. This is going to be a fun one, as you've got Fedro Bautista, the former BYU quarterback. He transferred away on a broken promise. He was promised National Player of the Week. He never got it at BYU, and then he got it in his first season with SMU. So they're going to battle on the blue turf here to start us out. When you guys did submit your bets or you did BearCave, this is a 4-point spread for the BYU Cougars, and it's an over-under of 49.5. So this is a very fun one. Ron is here. All right. I don't see Mushbrain, so we will go aboard BYU Shamar Winter. So here we go. So, yeah, there's no heads or tails, but it will just be the kick since you are the home team. So how it works is the better team, quote-unquote better, whoever I deemed was the better team coming into it, gets the home jerseys, the home depiction. And here we go, Coach Ron. And we're in Boise State. Every game is a neutral site. Some teams are closer to home than others. This one's closer for BYU. So formerly known as the Shit Bowl in the Idaho Potato Bowl, is now a very fun game. SMU was the last team into bowl season. We had 3 teams at 7-5 lose their bowl bids. Every 6-6 team lost their bowl bid. So very interesting. Yeah, the thing about it is I want to give users who are active the chance to get better, but I'm only moving SFA players over, so best way to stack a portal is with SFA players on CPU teams or non-active teams, right? So here we go. SMU coach Mushbrain moving over. He got fired from Wisconsin. I think he found a pretty good home here. See what happens. Shamar Winter is a freshman All-American for BYU. All right. Going to be a fun day today. We are going to go through every single bowl game. So this is going to be a very long BearCave stream, and then we'll come back for the Citrus Bowl. All right, here we go. BYU and SMU. How will this one start? BYU does have a bit of an inflated record, had a very easy schedule. Looks like they missed the extra point here early on. And everything's going to be the same as a BearCave. We're not going to jump in unless it's the 2-minute mark. We want to see who can take it home. And no off-season strategies this season. Because we are going crazy, or going a different way. And SMU coming out in the second half and going nutty. 28-6 on the Dome. We're going to go one possession at a time here because it is bowl season. We want to see if Fedro Bautista, can he beat his former team? 28-6. BYU's got to start scoring. 4th and 17 now. And that's a turnover on downs. It's not looking good here. It's looking like an SMU outright win. 31-6. My God. Got all sorts of turnovers going. BYU had the opening score, and then we had 31 unanswered. Sorry, Ron. Yeah, the one time you tune in. And it looks like SMU is going to take it. So the last team into bowl season wins their bowl. So SMU is your Idaho Potato Bowl champion. Reese Brewster got himself a touchdown. Jacrise Bass got one. Unbelievable. All right, crazy start already. Antonio McGee, the redshirt junior, 18 of 40. He's not going to get it done. Shamar Winter, 75 yards on the ground. DeKalen Thrust, Deontay Lightfoot. Nobody could really do anything on this offense. And on defensive side, nothing spectacular. Sacking a TFL. So congratulations, Mushbrain. Batista is him on your Dome and in his old home. Yes, sir. Taking down BYU, who regrets kicking him off the team. So Fedro Bautista, 21 of 46. That is an elite stat line for Fedro. 300 yards, 3 tutties, running the ball. And Jacrise Bass went nuclear, the fantasy football reward player. 12 receptions, 205, and 2 touchdowns. Was not named a freshman All-American because he had an injury. LaShawn DeGator, the 1-star, getting 4 TFLs. 3 sacks on the day for him. And that's hilarious because giddy up, man. The freshman All-American only got 1 today. So 5 sacks. Got the interception. And that will do it. So for all you guys following at home, that is a SMU outright. BYU was the favorite. So SMU finishes at, what is that, 8 and, they finish at 8 and 5. Nicely done. As always, got to get my players of the game. All bowl results will be posted later today after all the games. And then I should be able to get BearCave out today as well. The BearCave scoring, but this is an SMU outright victory. All right, so we're just going to keep it trucking along, folks, and you can follow along on the CC Sportsbook. That's the way we're going. We're going from left to right, top to bottom in the bowl schedule. So we're just going to keep following it. Super easy to follow. So next up is we've got a homecoming. We've got the Guaranteed Rate Bowl between Coach Cam and UTSA and Coach Dogwater battling his former team. This game is at Chase Field in Arizona. So this is going to be a fun one. So Dogwater, let me know, kick or receive. But Cam, if you're here, you get priority. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And it looks like for jersey selection, you want the all gray, but no, default home unis, all right? So we're going to wear all blue. So here we go. Coach Cam wants to receive head. All right. So can he take down his former team? So this is our first Power 5 versus Group of 5 matchup. BYU was an independent, so independents are 0-1. The Conference USA is 1-0. So if you want to keep track of the conference play, you can. So here we go. Can Arizona get it done? It's a 3-point favorite for Arizona. Even though they are dictated as the away team, this is in Arizona. And the over-under is 60.5. So, but it is a little bit of a trek up from Tucson here. Dogwater in his old stomping grounds. Well, I guess in this game it's not in the baseball stadium, so I'm not sure where they're having this one now. But in real life, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl is in Chase Field. Oh, this is at Tempe. All right, we're at Arizona State. I can see it there, Sun Devil Stadium. So we're in Tempe for Arizona and UTSA. That's hilarious. While Arizona State stays at home. All right, Sun Devil Stadium. So Cam wants to head and receive it. And he will. Perry Williams out there for the coin toss. Dogwater's former players. Let's see what happens. UTSA starts with a quick score. No, they couldn't get it in. 14-0 though for UTSA. Not a good start for Arizona. Can they battle back? It's 17-0. They get a field goal. Not looking good. UTSA on the dome. 24-3 at halftime. Oh boy, are we going to get a smeckling? Arizona, come on. No, UTSA's dominating. It's 30-6. All right, 30-14. Are we going to see an epic collapse? Got to get a stop. They run it out. Remember, we can't jump in unless it's a one-score game, and that's a safety. Oh, a rush by Jay Davis is a safety. That is not looking good here for Arizona. Mercury Morris finishing this game off. We don't jump in unless it's a one-score game. And that's going to do it, folks. Another touchdown. And there it is. UTSA is going to win this game handedly. And that is a UTSA outright. They are going to get to 10 wins this season. Congratulations, Dogwater, your first year with them. Big time game there. So Slutters, Norton, Mercury, Morris, Norton again. Morris, my goodness, what a game. So, all right, Power 5 loses to the Group of 5 here. We've got the Conference USA 2-0 to start it out. Chad Harris, 14-34, 236, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Davis only 45 yards. Luigi Greenberg in his last career game gets 2 receptions for 36. Craig Scotland is a junior. He will be going to the new game. He gets 4 pancakes. Assuming he doesn't declare. A lot of TFLs here. 2 sacks, no interceptions, and no deflections. So they did not decide to show up here today. For UTSA, you got Ken Brown, 27-43, 404 and 3 tutties. An absolute master class of a game for him. And Slutters went for over 200. You got 4 receptions here for Warrenberg. And on defense, we got 9 tackles there, 4 TFLs for Stratton. No sacks on the day, and interceptions goes to Rylan Warrenberg and Casey Romero. Unbelievable. Warrenberg gets a pick as the 1-star wide receiver. I can't believe it. That's nutty. All right, that's going to do it here. So UTSA gets a 10-win season. Caps it off with a win over his former team, flexing on them. 2 outright victories to start BearCave here. The Conference USA is currently undefeated. So let me get my screenshot here. So that's a UTSA outright. And I'm gonna track this. I'm gonna track the bowl records because might as well, right? So just give me a second while I write these down. See, and then we got the American CUSA. We've got the MAC. Who else? We got the Mountain West. And we got the Sun Belt, the SBC. So oh, my Lanta. Hold on. Hold the horses, hold the horses. Got losses here. Then we got Independence. Alright, so the Independents are 0-1. Conference USA, they are 2-0. And Pac-12 is now 0-1. I'm not gonna, well, you'll see the result, but I'm not gonna leak what happened with the watch party. That will go live a little bit later. That still has to upload. Alright, so we're gonna move on here. And next up is we've got another great bowl. We've got, this is the Lending Tree Bowl, the Patreon Lending Tree Bowl between LA Tech and Coach Keat taking on Coach Airborne. This is two very heavy hitters, more Conference USA going at it. So Coach Keat, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. You get priority, or Airborne if you're here, let me know. But you got Husky Boyle taking on Hephaestus Ames his last game. You got Wandale Hootie. Got some good defenders here for LA Tech, so give you a second here. Tails and kick for Coach Key. And let's see, did he put in a jersey request? All white. All right. Husky Boyle's last game on this, the freshman All-American. This is a 2.5 point spread for Troy, and the over-under 59.5. So we'll see what happens for Husky Boyle, the March Madness reward player. Here we go. I believe this is in Alabama. The Lending Tree Bowl, Birmingham, I believe. Short trek for both these teams, about 50-50. Troy could not repeat here for the Sun Belt, but this is the debut for the Sun Belt in bowl season, a conference that has turned many heads this year, being considered that Power 6 this year over the American. Lad Pebble Stadium, here we go. So, tails and kick for Coach Keat. Alright, first quarter. Well, we see our first gameplay. Troy starts out with a touchdown. And they don't get that one. You got to see Husky Boyle do something here. They do. Alright. First quarter, very even between these 8-4 teams. I thought on paper this was a very even matchup. 10-7. And not a lot of scoring here today. Currently a Troy cover as we sit. LA Tech's got to find a way to start scoring. They get the field goal. Troy adds a touchdown. Got to keep Troy off. Oh, they extend it to 2 scores. But LA Tech's on the move. Can they add one? No, they can't. Change of possession. Can they finish this? We're going to start going one play at a time. Husky Boyle. They have to go 3 and out. Troy, they could win it right here. Troy, no, not like this. Come on, hold tough. And it's a field goal for Troy. It's 17 now. Not looking good for LA Tech. They just don't look like they're themselves today. And that's another touchdown for Troy. They're going to dome them here. 34-10. They make it a little bit better for LA Tech, but 50 touchdowns in a year, 34-16, and that will do it. So the Sun Belt starts out 1-0, and the first loss for the Conference USA goes to LA Tech. Remember, we're not doing any off-season strategies this season. So LA Tech, they had 2 touchdowns from, or I guess 1. This is just duplicating for some reason. So Frank Bryce, 17 of 36, 223, 2 touchdowns. Rushing the ball for Husky. Very bad day for Husky. Might have been his worst game of the season. Couple of TFLs here, couple of sacks. And for Troy, the final game for Hephaestus Ames. Wandell Hootie had a good game, but Hephaestus Ames gets 23 for 110 and 2 tutties. Xavier James, the senior, former SFA Player of the Year, gets 3 TFLs on the day, no sacks. Sack goes to Bianco Strickland, the SFA player. And that will do it. So that is going to be, what is that, a Troy cover. So Frank Bright had to carry the team here. Husky Boyle just wasn't himself today. So that is a Troy cover. So 3 games. We haven't jumped into any quite yet. 1-score games hopefully coming soon. First 2 games was an SMU outright win over BYU. And then UTSA outright win over, who was that? Arizona. And then we just had Troy cover against LA Tech. So 3 games in here. The game is so like any studio updates you see today or anything like that, that's what the Bulls would have been if I didn't edit them, basically. Like, because those are like the original Bull tie-ins. All right, so next up, we're going to move on here. We've got the, got another one. Let's go find it. Probably easier just to go this way. We are going to here it is, the Barstool Arizona Bowl. 2 former playoff teams. This is 2 CPU teams. Both lost their quarterbacks. Both still found a way to get to 7-5. TCU just beat Baylor. So we're jump on board with App State, as always, the away team, but this is the Barstool Arizona Bowl. This is another Power 5 versus Group of 5 game, and this is a 5.5 point spread for TCU, and the over-under is 51.5. All right, here we go. Barstool, Arizona, down in Tucson. Up in Tempe, we just came from the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. So see which one of these teams can do more with a bad quarterback. Both these guys have like a low 60s, low 70s quarterbacks. Looks like a lot of TCU teams came out to play today. Crazy things happen on this turf. So they'll kick. A couple of SFA players here for TCU. See what happens. Quick touchdown for TCU. Another quick touchdown, this time for App State. Very interesting. All right. See who becomes the best bowl game of the season. We always have a couple crazy ones. A no good kick there. 10-7 at halftime. Very even here in the Barstool Bowl. TCU starting to pull away a bit. App State's got to find a way to score. Can't do it there. TCU, and that is probably going to do it for them. TCU taking care of business, but a quick return there. Never say never, but it's another, looks like, not close finish. All right, so that's a TCU cover. And that is a win for the Big 12, their first win of the season. And the ACC, or the AAC, goes 0-1 to kick it off. So Sutton, we've seen him before. Anthony Cross. Oh my God. Oh no, Mark Graves, 6 for 23. Oh, that's disgusting for 80 yards. Just horrible offense here from App State. The SFA player Cade Barr, the reject, gets 3. Disgusting. What did you leave here, Zach? What kind of war zone did you leave in your wake? That is not even a Concepcion line pizza. That is so much worse. And Josh Guerrero, the freshman over here, he had an okay day. Sutton carried the load here. Anthony Cross, SFA player, finished his career out with a bowl win. 4 TFLs for Roach. No sacks on the day. Interceptions, nothing. Couple deflections, though. Forced fumbles. And that will do it. Yeah, that team was all Flynn Saunders. So TCU covers. So we have 2 outrights, 2 covers to kick off bowl season. Remember, BearCave for bowl season, man, this is where you win, where you lose. Anybody who's in the green right now probably has a chance at winning. So that's a TCU cover. So we got like something like 22 games live here. Or maybe it's 21, and then we have the Citrus Bowl. Full game day a little bit later on. So we'll keep it trucking here, as next up we are going to the Hawaii Bowl. I've warmed up to this bowl game. I wasn't a fan of this, but you got Coach Woolley taking on UCF and Joshua Dobbs. Kareem Paul, the reject, who is a Heisman finalist. Congratulations to him. Best reject we've ever seen. But very even on paper. But this will be in Hawaii. So this is a home game, true and true here for Hawaii here. So, Coach Woolley, if you're here, let me know. Kick or receive. Also, remember, if we watch this game live, the overhangs in the stadium block part of the field. But this is a push, one of our push matchups, so this is a big time point swing for you. The over-under is 50.5. So will Joshua Dobbs get a win to finish his NCAA 14 era, or will Kareem Paul, the young gun, the SFA player, tons of SFA players here for Woolley, will he get a bowl win? This is Sunbelt versus Mountain West, so Sunbelt's already 1-0. We'll see if they can go 2-0 here. Mountain West's already 0-1. We'll see if they can get on the board first. All right, so Hawaii's going to kick it off here. Coach Woolley, 9-3 versus 9-3, 10-win season on the line. A lot of promises impacting some players too. Hawaii 7-0 here early. I believe this is the last game for guys like Malika Fruz as well. UCF 7-7. Very interesting game so far. Very low scoring game. 10-7 here for Hawaii. Not a lot of offense on either side. UCF takes the lead. Is this going to be our first close game? We got a fumble by Warren Reeves, the SFA player. And it's a 3-and-out. Oh, man, 13-10. And they got to punt it. We're going to start going one play at a time here. We're going to see if Hawaii, if they can get it done. Afruz gets a couple of carries. Here comes Hawaii. Hawaii, can they punch it in? Oh, it's a sack for Kareem Paul. And it's a touchdown for Hawaii. Get it to Campbell, the Mackey Award winner. That was an interesting, he's like a backup tight end, but I guess he just gets a ton of looks in this offense as it's 4th and 9 here for UCF. Remember, we'll jump in at that 2-minute mark. Here we go. Can Hawaii finish the job? They're at midfield. 3 timeouts for both sides. Kareem Paul, the Heisman finalist, just got back from New York. The handoff. Broken tackle, and it's going to be 3rd and 9 here. UCF has some SFA talent. Can they finish the job? Our first time seeing a game today. Handoff here. They blow through the line, and that is going to be a nice tackle. So they will get their shot here. Seth Carter, 39 rushes, 115. They're coming after this punt. Not going to get there. See that how that overhang. So that happens in the stadium. So it does block off part of the end zones. So just keep that in mind. Revamp did not design this stadium with coach mode in mind. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Joshua Dobbs, the SFA quarterback, under center. See what he can do here. Dumps that quickly, gets it to his man. They also have receiver Case on Moist as well. He just caught that one. 2 interceptions today for Dobbs, but they have a chance. Legacy drive moment. They got 1 timeout. They need a touchdown. Gets that one over the middle. That's going to be a 1st and more. He's still pushing. Travis Watkins almost broke away there. That was a big gain. Remember, a ton of SFA players on this defense as well. Pretty much the entire secondary. Who's going to make the play? Who's going to win the bowl? It's a deep throw, and he makes the catch. It's Jeffrey Hayes. Oh, my. What a drive they're putting together here. The blitz getting right to Dobbs, but he's just throwing some absolute beauties. They hurry it up here. Yams it again. That's another open man. They're now inside the red zone. Antoine Cannon. UCF going nutty here. They can take the lead. Remember that overhang's going to block our view. Joshua Dobbs to win the Hawaii Bowl. Throws that deep, well over everybody's head. 42 seconds left. Hawaii Bowl coming down to the wire. Our push game coming down to the end. 42 seconds left. Bunch. Dobbs, they bring an all-out blitz. He dumps it short. Can he get there? He can't break the tackle. Brought down. 3rd and 1. Clock is running. Dobbs. Has time. Dobbs. He's going to run out. It's a sack. 4th down. Hawaii Bowl on the line, folks. 4th down. Can Dobbs get it done? 4th and 7. Dumps it short. He has to make a play. It's not going to happen. The goal line stand's going to give Hawaii and Coach Woolley the victory. Hawaii will win the Hawaii Bowl and go to 10-3 as the Heisman finalist Kareem Paul lines up in victory formation. UCF comes up just shy here in the Hawaii Bowl. So there you have it. Coach Woolley gets it done. 17-13, best game of bowl season yet. They raise Woolley up 10-3. They didn't repeat as Mountain West champions, but they won a bowl game in front of their hometown team. It was looking scary there for a second, but nicely done. So this is a Hawaii outright victory. That is the first win of the day for the Mountain West, and the Sun Belt drops their first game. So Sun Belt is 1-1. Currently, the only conference that has played a game that is still undefeated is the Big 12 and the MAC. Teams still yet to play: the SEC, the Big 10, and the ACC. Nicely done, Woolley. Yeah, Ghost of Florida Man for sure in shambles. Our first highlight, though. Got to let this whole thing play out. Good chance for a Ghost Energy break. We're already 35 minutes in, and we have only 5 games done. Oh, baby, it's going to be a long stream. Remember, folks, we've got bowl season today. We got the Citrus Bowl coming later. We got the 4 CFP opening round games tomorrow morning. Just straight one after another. And then Monday, we'll have 2 of the quarterfinals in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. I do not know when the semifinals or the Natty will be quite yet. They will be before the new game launches. That is for sure. Remember, if you haven't already, DM me to claim your team or tell me you're going into the carousel. Do so, please. Otherwise, I'm going to open your team and put put all of your SFA players in the portal. So you do not want that. So Kareem Paul, the Heisman finalist, 13-24, 166. Marika Fruz gets 2 carries here. In his final game, Malika Fruz goes 6 for 43. The Mackey Award winner here, Travis Campbell, redshirt freshman tight end, went nutty. And on defense, got some sacks, 2 interceptions for Jelani Walgate, the freshman All-American, the 5-star doing his job. Then the fumbles for Warren Reeves, the SFA player as well. UCF Joshua Dubbs, if he doesn't go to the draft, you might see him in the transfer portal here. Rock Captain, SFA player, he's a reject. Couple of sacks, an INT. And that will do it here from the Hawaii Bowl. So that is an outright victory. So 5 games in, we have SMU winning outright, UTSA winning outright, Troy covering, TCU covering, and now Hawaii outright. So diverse group here. A lot on the line for BearCave, a lot on the line for the sportsbook. Ton of parlays going on. So this was Hawaii cover. Or not cover, that's an outright. Let me change this. All right, so as we continue trucking along here in bowl season, games will start getting feistier and feistier as we've got a feisty one upcoming. Oh man, excited for this one. We've got the Tax Act Texas Bowl between North Texas, the D-Sleep Fatties and Coach D-Sleep, or the Denton Fatties, against Coach Jarkus in Iowa. Rayshon Gloop, it seems like Jarkus always has the most fun bowl games for no reason. So, D-Sleep, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. And also, if you want jerseys, I didn't see you submit here. Yeah, I don't have a submission, so D-Sleep, let me know, jersey-wise, what you want. Iowa had a chance to make the playoff. They lost in the Big Ten Championship. North Texas had a chance to win their conference championship, lost to Tulane. So 2 teams coming off of a loss here. And this is a 6-point favorite for Iowa and a 46.5 over-under. So, all right. So we'll just go with the Mean Joe Green, okay? All right. So here we go. I'm going to go on board D-Sleep. I don't see any picks quite yet, but we're going to jump into the game. Remember, folks, no off-season strategy choices this year. We're transitioning to the new game. A lot of stuff is going to be put to the side while we just get that transition done. So the Tax Act Texas Bowl here, I believe in NRG Stadium. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, this is Reliance Stadium. So not the place either of these teams wanted to be, but that's all right. No, it is NRG. Home of our New Heights Classic, so no D-Sleep, so we're going to go heads and kick. Here we go. Who will cap off their season with a win? Both 7-6. Who will go down to 500? North Texas starts us out with a field goal. Big back and forth there for Iowa, but they get it done with a field goal there. Iowa back healthy here. So they lost a lot of their players, but big second quarter, and we are tied up. So Iowa is the favorite, but playing down to their competition. It's kind of what they like to do. 16-13, 16-16, 23-16. Crunch time here for North Texas, and they tie it up. A big run there, or a big catch for Andrews. We're going to sim one more drive here, and nothing doing. We'll sim D-Sleep's drive, and he does nothing. So, going to sim one play at a time here. Big play there for Gloop. 4th down. So, they are going to punt it. We'll jump in at that 2-minute mark if it maintains a tie ball game. 3rd and 6 for North Texas on their own side of the field. NRG Stadium, folks. The Tax Act Texas Bowl. They hand it off to Twiggs, playing his final game. He gets it and a lot more. A big-time conversion there for Taquan Twiggs. Playing his final game in the SFA. 1st and 10 now for North Texas. Trying to put together a game-winning drive. A big-time underdog. Oscar Branch dumps that short. Trying to go to his star tight end, George Gritty V. That's his first catch of the day. Conference USA on the line again. This is the Big Ten's first game of the day. 2nd and 9 here for North Texas. Throws that. He fits it in there. It's another first. Oh, man. The Mean Green, they're playing well. Over the middle. It's another big play. This time to John Richardson. North Texas on their horse. Fringe field goal range now. Oscar Branch, not a great game, but he is cooking on this drive. The 1st and 10 now. Can D-Sleep cap off a great season? Taquan Twiggs up the middle. Twiggs gets 7. Second and 3 inside the 30. One tight end. Hands it off to Twiggs. He finds the outside. He goes backwards. Brought down by Wyatt Germ, the freshman All-American linebacker and SFA player. 129 on the ground for Twiggs. Biggest play of the game. 3rd and 5. Gritty V in motion. Gonna throw it. Branch on the run, and it goes to nobody. Decision time here for North Texas now. Will they go for it? They bring out the field goal unit. to take the lead here in the TaxAct Texas Bowl. It's going to be a 48-yarder. The kick is up, and it's good! A massive kick here for Coach D. Sleep. So now it is up to Rayshawn Gloop. Can he find himself a legacy drive? Can he find himself that legacy moment? First and 10. Rayshawn Gloop, the SFA player, transfer from Washington. Over the middle and throws it behind his man. He made a catch but got hit and dropped it. 55 seconds. All they need is a field goal. Gloop in the shotgun. 3-man rush. He steps up. He yams it. And it's over his head. Oh. Felt like the man had a chance at it. Come on, Gloop. Make a play. 50 seconds left. 2 timeouts. Plenty of time. 3rd and 10 for Rayshawn Gloop. He hits it over the middle. He hits his man. The big-time conversion there goes to LaShonte Bryan, the SFA player. They hurry it up now. They are at the 47.5. Gloop yams it again. It's his man. LaShonte Bryan again. LaShonte's open. Feed him the rock. 39 seconds left. Fringe field goal range already. Gloop. Can he bring it home? Throws that short, and that's going to be maybe 2 for Willie. Willie Anderson having a great day here. 149 through the air. SFA players showing up. We got split backs now. Madsen and Howmiller in the backfield. Over the middle, that's going to be a first. And a lot more. Jared Harold. So it looks like field goal range now, but Gloop wants the win. They hurry it up. Rayshawn Gloop, he drops back. They bring a blitz. He takes off. Rayshawn Gloop cuts upfield. Rayshawn, he stiffies. He goes! Gloop inside the 5. To win the TaxAct Texas Bowl, Rayshawn Gloop. He keeps it. Gloop! Touchdown! You just got glooped. The legacy drive for Rayshawn Gloop gives him the lead. And can Jarkis finally, can he finally get a big-time win? Or did they leave too much time on the clock for the Denton Fatties? It's a very short kick here from Willie Anderson. They are in fringe yam range already. He glooped everywhere. That's right, Tribe. That stiffy, man, produced the gloop of a lifetime. Here we go. 14 seconds, 2 timeouts. See what the mean green can do here. So that's a miscommunication there. 11 seconds. Wasted play. You got Gibby Gerbacks. You got George Gritty the 5th. Plenty of targets. Andrews has had a big game today. 60 yards away. You can get half of it here. Go for the touchdown. It's going to be a screen pass to Taquan Twiggs. He has to make a play. Breaks 1. Gets 3. So here we go, folks. The TaxAct Texas Bowl on the line. Coach D. Sleep. Down 4. Branch. He's going to yam it deep. And it's intercepted. No, it dipped away. Iowa gets it done. You just got gloop, baby. So Iowa takes him down. avoids disaster. Rayshon Gloop with the game-winning drive. And that, folks, is our first no cover of the day. As this was a 6-point favorite. Iowa wins, but they only win by 4. So the Big Ten will start out 1-0. And now Conference USA drops to 2-2. They were at 2-0. Now they're 2-2 on the day. Dude, there's just a mountain of gloop here. So Gloop gets it done. Seemed like North Texas had that on lockdown, but the defense screwed the pooch once again. And North Texas will drop to 7-7 on the year. Still a great year for D-Sleep, even though he did not take home any hardware. God, dude, the stiffy, if he would have scored on that stiffy into the gloop, man, oh my. That would have been insanity. Just couldn't quite stop him. All right, so we'll see the stats here. Hal Miller came back on himself. Nice one. Andrews with the deep bomb, and Gloop with the game winner. So Oscar Brains, 14-34, 197, 1 touchdown. Really good season for him. Taquan Twiggs, his final career game, 24 attempts, 129, over 5 a carry. And very spread out the rock very well. Gibby Gerback's got 3 catches. On defense, Desi Massoud and Ryan Johnson, but the two of the top 5 sack guys in the country didn't get a single one. Couple deflections. And for Iowa, 19-30 here for Rayshon Gloop. We thought they could have made the playoff maybe, but he gets it done anyways. Big-time game for him. He's a junior. We'll have to see if he declares or if he moves on to the new game. Willie Anderson, LaShonte Bryant will be in the new game. Sua Saylor, the senior, gets 10 tackles in his final game. Jared Gilbert comes back. He is the that golden ticket player. He had a sack today. Forced fumble there, and that will do it. So a no cover here for Iowa. Those guys tracking your BearCaves at home. I will have an update for you on BearCave so we know what's what headed into the first round playoff games tomorrow. That will decide it. Remember, if you have a tie at the top, it will be decided by your natty pick. So you got to make sure you... Still time to edit those. All right, so we are 6 games in. We are about, I would say, a little under 33% of the way through all of these games. We're already about an hour in. Bowl season, BearCave, it is long, it's treacherous, but it's a shitload of fun as we now are going to go on to an ACC versus Pac-12 game here in the Gasparilla Bowl down in Tampa. So, Coach CTE, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, as NC State is a CPU. So we'll jump in here. So if you're betting on this game, you are a sicko, but it's a 3.5-point favorite for NC State. And it is an over-under 53.5 here. You got, looks like a little overcast, but we got Lance Malone. The quarterback is that transfer from Ohio State. So we will see a transfer today. So that reminds me that we had one tampering pick this season. We will see who that is later on tonight when all the bowl games finish. Who will be transferring to Pittsburgh or to Coach Crew, wherever he decides to wind up. All right, so coach isn't here, so heads and kick in the Gasparilla Bowl. Oregon State, NC State, very even, both state schools. We are at the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 0-0 to start it out. Oregon State gets one, though. Lance Malone throws a pick. And there's a touchdown. 7-7. 10-7 now, 10-10. 13-10. All right, we head to the fourth quarter. Very even game. A lot of runs, and the field goal is no good for NC State. So can Oregon State finish it? No, they can't. So we're going to go one play at a time here. They got a penalty on defense. Can NC State take the lead? Yes, they do. They get themselves a tutty. So a little over 3.5 minutes left here. See what Oregon State, can they mount a drive? No, they got to punt it. So now they got to rely on that defense. We're going to jump in here in a second. NC State can finish it here with a couple of first downs. Fenner under center. Jeremy McKenna, SFA player, is one of the wide receivers. Hands this off to Hawley to the outside. There's nobody out there. He turns the corner. It's going to be a first down, but he goes out of bounds. Oregon State not looking good. They use that first timeout. One more first down will do it. Offset eye. Can Oregon State get a finish? Can they get a stop? They get one there. Second and 4. Handoff. And that's going to be a first down. That's likely going to end it here for NC State. Currently right at that line. It's a 4-point game, and NC State just barely going to cover here if the score result holds. Second and 12. Just a few more snaps here. We'll finish out the Gasparilla. It's going to go to the ACC, who's the last team besides the the second to last conference to start playing. Still have not seen any of the SEC teams play, as they are all in much better bowl games. And there it is, folks. 000s. NC State gets it done. It's a cover. The ACC starts out 1-0, while the Pac-12 goes to 0-2, as the Pac-12 continues to fall into madness here. So NC State does cover. It'd be funny if the Pac-12 went winless today, because they're dropping to like a G6 next season, most likely. So Lance Malone, transfer from Ohio State, 14 of 41, 2 interceptions. It's not going to get it done for you. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. Just not the way you want to go out, but we do know Oregon State will be in the Pac-12 next year. Don't know who else will be in the conference. It was a very close game, D-Sleep. I don't know if you want to know the result. 186 here for Keith Hawley. SFA player Jeremy McKenna gets 2 for 13. Yeah, game-winning drive from Rayshon Gloop all over your dome after you took the lead with a field goal. Oh, they already blew it for you. It's worth watching, though. It was very fun. It's the best bowl game so far. So we leave the Gasparilla, a bit of a snoozer this season. Get our players of the game. So the ACC, the Big 12, and the Big 10 are all undefeated so far. All right, let's move it on as we continue, and we are going to the Tribe Bowl, New Mexico and Coach Tribe. So let me know if you're here. Chum Toad, you get choice. But Missouri taking on New Mexico, who won their division, got beat by Fresno State. This is the Music City Bowl. So Tribe, let me know if you're here. Kick or receive. All right. And let me see if you wanted jerseys. If not, I don't see you put anything. What jersey do you want, Tribe? As you look at this game, it is a 9.5-point favorite for the Tigers. Over-unders 52.5. We'll see if Tribe can get a win. He said all black. We'll go gold tops, black bottoms, surprise me with the helmet. All right, Goldilocks top. We'll go. Do you have like an all black pant? Yeah. And then let's. I don't know, man. That white M is calling my name. I don't know why. I mess with it. I mess with it. That looks so good. All right, so we're going to jump on board with Tribe. Here we go. So 9.5-point favorites for Missouri. Gets to face Chum Toad. Is this going to be an easy bowl game? We don't know. New Mexico, man, they can put up some points. They have some good SFA players. Oh, baby, I love these white domes. This might be my favorite Missouri helmet. Or will Missouri do their job? Do your job, Missouri. Win this game. This is where Bowl Mania is won. Is in these lower tier, middle of the road games in the bowl season. Will the Big 12 get to glory here? We will see. New Mexico getting a punch above their weight because they won their division. Nissan Stadium. All right, let's see what happens. So, Missouri will start it out with the rock. I guess, we are in Nashville. And that's going to be a quick touchdown for Missouri off an interception, and they get to 10. So, it's already a cover if this result holds. New Mexico not playing clean here. Looks like the lights might be a little bit too bright early on. But the defense is holding for a second. They finally break through. Can they get another? No, Missouri looks to have this game in control. Can they hang on? New Mexico, they can't finish a drive, but wait, it's only 10. And another interception, man. This defense is going nutty on New Mexico's dome right now. But they get one back. Hold the vodka. We're going to go one play at a time. New Mexico, are they going to... Oh, this could be... Oh, there it is. It's a 3-point game. I bet Tribe thought this was going to be an easy dub. He's going to have to fight for it. And it's a turnover. It's the fumble. New Mexico has it and a big play. They take the lead. The 17-point lead erased in the blink of an eye. Not the fumble. You got to jump in at the 2-minute mark here. Here we go at the 50. Missouri, they had a 17-point lead. And the Lobos battled back. It's going to be a run from Morton. What is he doing? Down 4, they need a touchdown. This would be a colossal choke. Morton, the Illinois transfer, gets it to Disco. And he steps out. Nothing going right here for the Tigers. Third and 10. Morton over the middle, and it's going to be 4th down. Game potentially on the line. 4th and 2, the 17-point blown lead. The Music City Bowl on the line. PJ Morton, the handoff to Disco. To the outside, he can't get there! The turnover on downs. And just a few first downs will give New Mexico the win. This would be the biggest upset of the day. Hand off to the outside. They got to force something. We know this defense is incredibly good. Can New Mexico finish the job? The Lobos are about to send the Mountain West to Valhalla. They got Fresno State into the playoff, and now New Mexico's beaten Big 12 teams. What is this timeline? And the handoff, and they're gonna get the stop. Tribe will get one more shot. One last chance here for Missouri. No timeouts, a minute left. Oh, breaks one. So 1 minute left, PJ Morton, legacy game, the transfer from Illinois. He came off a brutal injury, a spinal cord injury that kept him out the entire year. Transferred to Missouri, had a great season, beat Baylor, beat arch nemesis Hawaii. Sandra Lindano, bottom of your screen. Can they win the bowl game? This would be a brutal loss. It's a yam. He floats it. It's tipped and incomplete. That could have been it. Morton having a decent day today. There's a lot of bets on Missouri cover and Missouri money line. So this would kill a lot of bets. PJ, plenty of time. Dumps that short. Russell Douglas is back. So it looks like they are getting some of their receiving targets back. I don't know if Rich Kane is on the field. I think he is. I think they are fully healthy here. 3rd and 9. Delay give to Cyrus Disco. Can you get that first down? No. So 4th down. They're going to have to hurry it up. Music City Bowl on the line for Morton. Morton. He's yamming it deep on 4th down. And it's intercepted. They're going the other way. The Lobos are celebrating. The Tigers will lose the Music City Bowl. They blew a 17-point lead. Unbelievable. Wow, what an upset. Yeah, you can say you entered the portal. I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is at this point. And there it is, triple zeros. New Mexico gets it done. The Lobos, everybody thought this bowl game was not going to be good. It's going to be a Missouri blowout. And what do? They walk into Nashville and dome the Tigers. The Lobos are living right now. Marquise Brown, the Northwestern transfers, battle the Big Ten transfer quarterbacks. Mizzou can't believe it. Tyler Smoot, his final game. Unbelievable result here. So that is a New Mexico outright win. A 9.5-point favorite goes down. And the Big 12 takes their first L in bowl season, and the Mountain West is now 2-1. Coach Eisen, you got to DM me that. Please DM me. I need a DM, not a Twitch comment. So, 21 fourth quarter points. It was literally up 17 and they choked it. I cannot believe it. PJ Morton, 24 of 45, 233, his final game. Cyrus Disco will be going to the new game. Sandro Londano. Yeah, so Kane was playing. So you had all your wide receivers back. Cabo Banfield, have yourself a day. The Cancun gets an interception, 8 tackles. TFL's here. Jazz Sussy. They had 3 interceptions and they still lost. Unbelievable. Smoot got one too. Couple of deflections and a fumble for Banfield as well. Dude, Banfield went nutty. Yeah, I had to do somebody who's not playing this week, Jackie. So Marquise Brown, 15 of 31, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and they still won this game. Darren Peoples, he's the transfer from Ohio State. Touchstone gets 3 TFLs. Oh my goodness. Got a sack here. Aaron Gore. A couple of deflections here as well. The fumble from Zach Jones. Congratulations, New Mexico. That's the shocker of the day so far. Upset of bowl season. It's just I do it just because, like, I don't want if I'm, like, the user coach, I don't know. I feel like it's just better to be on a user that's not impacting bowl season, you know what I mean? Because I don't want it to, like, auto-sim or something. So we got, this is a New Mexico outright. So a lot of outright games, folks. And we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 outrights. We had 3 covers and 1 no cover. So a very even spread so far. Yeah, I just try to be as safe as possible, you know. You never know. All right, so now that takes us to the got to go to, this is going to be a very fun matchup on paper, is Penn State, Georgia in the, is this the IMP Armed Forces Bowl? This is Huey's Bowl game. Penn State at Georgia. So, Coach Wallfly, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. This is the final game for Boogie Toes. And you got lots of players on this Georgia side. This is a 6-point favorite for the Georgia Bulldogs. The over-under is 49.5, but we'll see if Boogie Toes can get it done. Georgia's one of those teams that had, like, so many big-time upsets, and then they just lost to the dumbest teams. So Armed Forces Bowl and Military Bowl normally have one of the military schools in them, but we only had 1 military school make it to bowl season, and they'll be playing soon in the Military Bowl. So this is just a very good game here. I don't see Wallfly, so it's gonna be heads and kick. So the final game for Boogie Toes, the Illinois Great. There is, and fun fact, if Flame never would have left Baylor, Boogie Toes would have been on Baylor. So 0-0 here in the first. We're in the rain as well. Nothing doing for either side. Defensive battle. Georgia, though. Oh, my God. Georgia 3 quick. And they scored 28 in the quarter. They just pulled a Baylor on a Dogwater Domage in that second quarter. The 28 points. And we get a 2. Let this result hold. No, they had a touchdown. 35-9. Penn State's getting absolutely cooked. 38. The SEC coming out strong in their opening match. 45-9. Oh my goodness, this is a doming. 52-9. Penn State just got absolutely smackled. And a fun fact here is Penn State in the NCAA 14 era has never finished above 8-5. And what do? They had a chance and they lose by 50. This was the Florida State game. You want your 63-3? Well, we got you 59-9. Georgia, how do you do? The Penn State Seminoles here come in and they gave up a 28-point half. They gave up a 91-yard run to a wide receiver. Taquan Saturn, the SFA player, gets the pick six, and then McNeil, an SFA player, gets a punt return. Oh, I just think it's so funny how there's just so many Florida State fans in our server, and I can just mess around with you guys. Oh, Antonio Lewis, man, not a good game. And Boogie Toes, not like this. He gets 11. God, dude, 59-9. All right, so this was, I guess I could say it's a Georgia cover, just barely. So the SEC starts out 1-0, and the Big Ten takes their first loss of the day. Yeah, we have so many, for no reason, we have so many FSU fans. The defense, not a good day, but Taquan Saturn, the sophomore, he had a injury all year long, but he comes back for the bowl game and gets it done. And for Georgia, you got Jorge Mooney doing his thing. 3 touchdowns for David Wright, 2 for Aaron Black, and 1 for James Nash. James Nash led in receiving as well. Fernando Jose, brother of Jose, gets 2 TFLs, 3 sacks on the day, though. Interceptions for Jaboris Jackson and Burt Osborne, both SFA players. And that will do it here from the IMP Armed Forces Bowl. That's crazy. Even Kennelly is. Oh, well. 59-9. I'm pretty sure that will be the biggest blowout of the day. At least let's hope nobody beats 50 points. That might be a record here in the SFA. And I thought we were matching up a really good game because it was hard to place Georgia because they're like 7-5, so you can't give them too good of a bowl game, but they've beaten some insane teams this year. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a great moment for Penn State. This is going to be a very good game. Nope. The blue square said, no. Georgia is the best team ever to be 7-5. All right, let's continue it. There was no wheel spin. So first game of this season, this is the new approval system. The only people who are not in their first year of immunity were Florida State and Virginia Tech, but Florida State, they used their coins to get out of the wheel spin, and then Virginia Tech took a punishment. So there's no wheel spins this season. All right, moving on, we've got the Military Bowl now. This is Coach Dave's. It's the debut of the new name. Let me go find it first. It is the Fort Ticonderoga number 2 Pencil Military Bowl. Georgia Southern taking on Army. This is the final game for Trey Inners and Malcolm Cope, 2 instrumental parts in leading them to that national championship. Taking on a very good Army team. It will drop later on today. I still have to upload it, but as soon as the Citrus Bowl is done, it will start uploading, Moon. So it'll be posted as soon as I can. But it was a really fun game. Came down to the wire. I don't know if you've seen the score yet or not, but it was a good game. It's worth the watch. But here we go. Military Bowl time. Was it Fort Ticonderoga? I can't say Ticonderoga really well. Ticonderoga. The Fort Ticonderoga Bowl. There we go. JSOW taking on Army. There's a lot of JSOW picks here, but this is a 5-point spread for Army. We'll see if the Sun Belt can win. They're 1-1. Every conference has taken a loss besides the MAC, the SEC, and the ACC here. So we'll see what happens. We've got the American, who's still winless, and the Sun Belt, who's 1-1. I know Fort Ticonderoga, but it's the Taekwondo. Duh. I can't go from con to duh really quickly. Ticonderoga Bowl. There you go. Gotta open my mouth more. All right, 0-0. Army starts us out quickly. I believe their quarterback is back. Andy Gatewood. Not a great start here for Georgia Southern, but they do get one back. They had the MacGuffin for just one game this season. 21-16 as we enter the second half. They take the lead. Army takes it back. Looks like we got a good game brewing here. So we go to the fourth quarter, up by 2. Georgia Southern, and it's a fumble covered by Jemai Slauson. So we're going to go one play at a time here, and they go 3 and out. So chance now here for Georgia Southern. Trey enters. Can he lead them to a bowl win? It's 4th down. Not going to do it there. They got to get the ball back here. So remember, we'll jump in at that 2-minute mark like we always do. 3rd and 1. Here we go. Chance for Army. Ruddy Rogers, his final game as well. Two of the best senior running backs in the country. Gatewood hands it off, and the fullback's not going to get there. Big stop there here for Georgia Southern. They're going for it. Chance for Army to put it away right here, right now. Andy Gatewood, Ruddy in motion. He goes to the slot. They're going to throw it. No, it's a handoff. And they don't get there. TOD here for Georgia Southern. They faked me out on that one even. All right, so here comes a chance now. It's very risky because now they have it at midfield. Trey enters in the backfield. One of the greatest SFA running backs in history. They're going to hand it to him. No, he keeps it. It's Peter Green. He gets 8. Field goal will win the game here for Georgia Southern. Down 2. Second and 2 now, Peter Green. It's going to be quick option. He doesn't pitch it. They try to fumble, and he goes and loses yardage. Nikita Sokolov, the SFA linebacker, the Russian in the Army. He's a Russian spy, apparently. 3rd and 4 now. And that's going to be to Trey Enders. He breaks a tackle, makes a move. Gets them in fringe yam range. That's his first catch of the day. 49 seconds left. They got to get closer. Definitely not comfortable from this range. 2 timeouts. Green, he takes off. Green, he's going to be sacked. Down he goes. 2nd and long here for Peter Green. 40 seconds left. They're not quite there. Can Army win this game? Can somebody make a play? Kenzo Carter, will it be him in his final game? Peter Green escapes. Peter Green goes down. Brought down by Kenzo Carter. 3rd and 8. I don't think they're in field goal range. This is a long one. Over 50 yards from here. Over the middle. Breaks a tackle. Gets the first. Dave Whitehead. 30 seconds. No timeouts left, though. They got to hurry it up. Great drive so far here for the Eagles. 28 seconds. If Army can generate a negative play, it will really help them out. This is about a 45-yarder from here. 44-45. We're yamming it deep, though, to the end zone, and he hits him! Right on Kenzo Carter's dome! Oh, baby! And they're going for 2. What a throw from Peter Green. Kenzo never saw it. So the 2-pointers going nowhere. But what a yam! All right. But Army, 23 seconds. We've seen crazier from Army. If you remember the legendary throw by Jeremy Silva on App State last season to end the game. The Hail Mary down the seam. All right, 20 seconds left. 3 timeouts, down 4. Need to find a way to get a touchdown. Ruddy Rogers goes out for a pass. Andy Gatewood. He throws that one. It's a floaty, and it's intercepted! Georgia Southern heads the other way. They're going to win the Military Bowl. Bernard Avery secures the win. And Georgia Southern will finish the NCAA era as a 10-win team. I guess technically Army can get the ball back, but might have one chance. I have to let him kick a field goal here. No time came off the clock there. That was a long second. 3rd and 15. The handoff to Trey Inners. He takes some time. He can finish it here, and he does! Trey Inners gives them the win. His last run of his career. What a game. What a finish. And there it is. 27-23. And that is going to be a Georgia Southern outright victory. So the American drops to 0-2 in bowl season, and the Sun Belt goes to 2-1. Is Malcolm Cope and Trey Inners right off into the sunset, as Kenzo Carter is the reason Army loses. It's always funny seeing how these SFA players end their careers. Because, like, Trey Inners and stuff, it's like their careers were peaked at the Natty, and now they're just winning a Military Bowl to end it. All Army needed to do was one more. And Kenzo, just jump, buddy! Oh my god, he lost sight of the ball! Kenzo! What was Blood doing? Yeah, for sure. That entire core. The Josh Johnson, Trey Inners, and then on defense, the Malcolm Cope and the Co Simpson. That combination was unbelievable. I gotta watch that run back, because that might be the greatest 3-game stretch anybody's ever made. Beating East Carolina, beating Clemson, then beating Alabama with E.J. Irons. Wild. So Gatewood started us out. They started 13-0. Another blown lead here. Cough, cough, Missouri. So Peter Green, 16-30, 236, 4 tutties. Trey Inners, final game of his career. No touchdown, but got the game-winning run there. On defense, Albert Ashcherry, SFA player. He was a bust. Finishes with 4 TFLs today. Leads the team. The sack for Alan Smith. Interception goes to Bernard Avery. Deflections go to Albert Ashcherry. And Cope finishes with 2 tackles today. Fumbles for Tyson. And Army, Gatewood, 6 of 10 on the day. Throws a pick. Ruddy Rogers, 95 in his final game. TJ Sanderson, the junior, gets a tutty. Nikita Sokolov, SFA player, gets 3 sacks. Kenzo Carter gave up that game winner. No interception. Scooter Burdett played in this game, though. Jemice Lawson gets that fumble. SFA guy as well. All right, so that will do it here. Reminder, that's a Georgia Southern outright, so another upset. I think the upset of the day, though, has to be New Mexico so far. And then as far as game of the Bulls season, I think the Iowa North Texas game so far, I believe. Let me know if you have a different favorite so far, but this is a Jace outright win. As we're making good progress here, I think we're about 50% of the way through the Bulls today. Making some decent time. I believe that we normally have about a 3-hour stream here for BC. Oh, the Hawaii goal line stand was good too. That one was good with UCF. I like that one. Good shout, good shout. All right, next up in our ridiculous day is we are starting to get the big ones, and this is one that's gonna... This game is going to hit a hell of a lot harder for the old heads than some of you guys who've been around not so long, as this is the coming together of the two best programs of the NCAA 14 era as we go on into the new game. Clemson, the days from season, what was that, season 8 to season 12 in 13, legendary run from Clemson. Ohio State just the same. They're going to duke it out one more time. This has been our natty matchup, I believe, twice. They faced plenty of times in the playoff. This is one of the best games you'll see on our channels. The Martin Black all the way game. So many great memories. So let's do it one more time. This is an Ohio State 2-point favorite. The over-under is 57.5. Let's see what happens, boys. Who do you got winning the final match? Will it be Clemson or Ohio State? Clemson is the favorite. Martin Black is all alone. Cannot believe that happened. And we are in the Alamo Dome for this one, I believe. Here at the Alamo Bowl, the AI Alamo Bowl. It's so weird not having these two teams in a playoff game. We're so used to those, the days of Emeka Egbuka, Tyron Jefferson, Quinn Ewers, and then for Clemson, the days of the DJU era. Then moving on to Walter Hearn and company. Oh man, two programs have a lot of history. Here we go. Martin Black for sure is the only one that earned it on the field. Well, okay. We have 3 HSFA players. You have Chad. You have Martin Black. And then I feel like Davis earned it. I feel like Grant Davis earned it. I know you don't like Grant Davis. This is a 2-point spread for Ohio State. But Grant Davis has the 20-point comeback against Maryland in the CFP. And then he does it against Nebraska. Come on. Sure, it fell apart, but they ended up winning the Sun Belt. All right, here we go. Please don't be a blowout. I want this to be a good game. Ohio State 3-0. Feeling each other out here. 10-0 now. 10-7. 14-10. Oh, baby. We got a good one on our hands, folks. 21-10. Ohio State, come on. No, Ohio State's going to get domed. Not like this. Clemson proving they were the best team of 2023. If you think about it, in a season, we do about 4 seasons, give or take, in a year. They lost only 7 total games in 2023. So here we go, Clemson. Can they finish the job? Remember, we can only jump in if it's a 1-score game, so we got to get a quick score here from Ohio State. Can they do it? It doesn't look likely. They get a first. Can they find a way? Get in the end zone, you lunatics. And the field goal is no good. Oh, no. And that's going to do it. Clemson domes them on a missed field goal. And that is a Clemson outright victory. The ACC goes to 2-0, and the Big Ten goes to 1-2. My goodness, Bob Patton went on a legacy run there in the fourth quarter, or the third quarter. Michael Smith, 15-26. Bob Patton, 255, 3 tutties. Oh, baby. Have yourself a day, Bob Patton. William Johnson, Slam Rodriguez, the SFA player, gets 3 TFLs, couple of sacks, no interceptions on the day, couple of deflections, no fumbles. And for Ohio State, Brandon Francis, 22-40, 2 tutties, rushing the ball. John Nelson, big day for him. Terrell Flowens, SFA player, gets 107. And that very well will do it here. So this is really the end of an era of the NCAA 14 sim. Clemson and Ohio State, by far the 2 best programs of the entire 7 years. GG's, boys. GG's as we move on. Bang, Clemson W. Got some Clemson fans in here. Neither have really been impactful in seasons 14 or 15, but still very, very good. So that's a Clemson outright victory. Probably should know not to put Clemson as an underdog, but oh well. No, I do not want to add these trophies. I guess you don't need to be the coach to win the trophies, so I wish I knew that when I actually grinded for the trophies, like moved around and win them all. I could have just won them all in a season if I just played the games. Alright, as we move on now, oh baby, we've got another banger. We got one of the better game days of all time. Was Kansas and Ohio, where Ohio won. Oh my god, that scared me. Thank you, Coach Dune. Welcome back. That is 5 months. Bang. 3-month streak. So we've got Fink, who was the head of that Kansas team, taking on Coach Black. See if they can get it done. So, Fink, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Or Ohio, let me know. We are close-ish. That's going to be coming up in about 3 games. So, this is going to be a good one. The hashtag free TC Liberty Bowl. We got Utah. We've got Ohio. Oh, my God. We got Coach Eisen gifting 5 subs. My God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Banger. You got Flame, you got Wooly, Coach Papa Smoke, Jackie Moon. I don't even know who BWM is, but congratulations. All right, so we got Fink taking on, oh my God. All right, so we got Fink taking on Coach Black here. So, Fink, let me know if you're here. I doubt you are, but let's see what happens. All right, so if you're betting on this game, this is a 7-point favorite for Utah, and this is an over-under 52.5. Really? Oh, my God. What in the world? Now we got Dogwater gifting 5. Thanks, Dogwater. Mushbrain gets 1. Nick gets 1. Buttered Toast, and we got snow here in the Liberty Bowl. What? This is in what, Memphis? Utah bringing the snow. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. Ohio Mania in Utah battling in the snow. What a game, what a game. Let's see what happens here. Does it snow in Memphis? I guess it does. Heads and kick. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I guess global warming is right. All right, so will Ohio Mania ride off into the sunset, get a 12-win season? 7-0 here for Ohio Mania. Coach Fink, the bowl game merchant. Can he get another one? 7-0. This is going to be a good finish. Utah gets one right before halftime. They got a lean on James Callahan here. 14-7. Nothing doing for Ohio. Can barely see the field. It's a 10-point game for Utah. Nothing doing there. We're going to go one play at a time here. James Callahan, this is your legacy moment. It's 4th down. Go for it. They're down 10. It's dropped by Terry Tompkins. No. Utah, no. Not like this, please. Ohio Mania. Please. Get a stop. Fumble or something. No. We can't jump in quite yet. Ohio Mania falling off a cliff here. And a fumble recovered as Utah is going to win the Liberty Bowl 24-7. Ohio Mania gets no hardware as the MAC gets their first loss of bowl season and the Pac-12 gets their first win. So the only two undefeated teams left now or conferences is the SEC and the ACC, as that is a Utah cover for those following at home. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of blowouts today. Some good games. Normally, if you get about half of them, that's where it's good. And I think the game was won here on this punt return for a touchdown. I'm sure that was a legendary moment in the snow. So Matt Hale, 8 for 20. A lot of these terrible passing stat lines. 42 carries for Jeremy White. He missed pretty much the entire year, but came back healthy. Kira Streaker gets 53. Lemus Broadway, 11 pancakes. Carlton Thorne leads in tackles. Fitzsimmons finally doing something. No interceptions. Couple deflections here. Forced fumbles. Liam Gagne, his final game. Transfer from Toledo. And Nolan Figgs, 11 for 23 here. James Callahan finishes out his legendary season with only 62 yards. Tough day at work here for Ohio. 17 tackles for Ulysses Hasselman, the SFA player. God damn. 3 TFLs for Robbie Carmichael. The interceptions for Tyson Coffey, former Georgia Southern guy. So that's going to do it. So Ohio Mania unfortunately goes down. I thought they could win that one. But it's a Utah cover. Don't think the snow helped them out. Even though Ohio has snow as well, but I just feel like Utah, man. If you have a snow game, you're likely not gonna. In the snow, you're not gonna have too many crazy things happen. So that's a Utah cover here as we are continuing to truck away through bowl season. Remember, folks, we have the Citrus Bowl coming in full a little bit later, and then tomorrow the CFP starts. We have all 4 of the CFP opening games, and then on Monday we'll have all 4 of the quarterfinals. So we'll have 2 in the morning, 2 at night on Monday. Tomorrow, all of them will be in the morning, at least my time. We'll bleed into the afternoon for you guys for sure and into the early evening. All right, so as we continue to move on here in bowl season. Next up, we got Stanford and Alabama. Another kind of very blue blood game. Stanford, Alabama in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, the Hobbs Mayo Bowl here. So, Stanford, we do have some SFA players here. Alabama, obviously, always good. We got a level 3 hype train. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you guys for all of the support. 11 subs. God damn. Guys are going nutty. I think we might be at our record here. I think one year we had 49. We're at 40 subs right now. So 40 subs. Let's go. All right. Hobbs Mayo Bowl, baby. We got 17 viewers here. Let's go. Let's go. As we close out the NCAA 14 era. Stanford at Alabama. This was a playoff game 2 years ago in that big-time Fiesta Bowl. Both teams falling off a little bit. So heads and kick, as always. Desmond Stryker playing in this game. I believe this is his final game. All right, well, we have a good Mayo Bowl here. We start out with a safety. That's always fun. 9-0 here for Alabama, who's ranked. We're getting into the ranked teams now. It's our first ranked team taking the field. 12-7, Stanford takes the lead. They felt a little disrespected. 9-3, not being ranked. That's just that kind of year we've had. 19-14, going back and forth. Stanford takes the lead. Alabama trying to respond. 21, they're gonna, wow, they bleed the time off. They go up 2 scores. Stanford, so Alabama has to respond now very quickly, down 2 scores. And it doesn't look like it. 4th down, and is that gonna do it? Yeah, they're gonna turn it over. So Stanford looks like they're gonna win this game. They are up by 9, so we can't jump in. And they add a big time explosion here for Stanford and the Pac-12 beating the SEC. And that's going to do it here. So, officially, Stanford beats them. This was a 2-point favorite for Alabama, so this is a Stanford outright. So, the Pac-12 wins back-to-back games here. Pac-12 moves up to 2-2. The SEC down to 1-1. So, the only unbeaten conference left is the ACC. Welcoming Coach Howard. Yeah, let me know if you want me to leak your game, what happened, or if you want to go back and watch it. But Levi Kazaruni comes back healthy, the 5-star freshman. 20 of 41, he threw 3 touchdowns, big time. 200 yards for Gary Barr, big time day for him. And on defense, Chop Bogtrotter, the freshman, gets a sack. And in a snow game in the Liberty Bowl, Utah outlasted Ohio Mania, unfortunately. A punt return is really where things got out of hand. As Joe Bennett is their quarterback. Brian Smith. Jimmy Don Willie, another 17-point tackle game, SFA guy. Gets 2 sacks there. Interception for Alan Butler. Yeah, the punt return is where they just kind of got domed. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. That's where I wish, like, Sim, you could, like, it would generate a highlight so we could see a punt return. But that's going to do it here. Stanford gets a big-time win. As now, this is where the turning point is, where we get into some of the really feisty bowls. We're getting to the point where we've got some very, very good matchups. All the top 25 coming. So, hang on to your hats. Stanford outright. All right. Remember, all of the bowl games will be posted, the results in the bowl games channel a little later on today. We'll have the watch party game for the Holiday Bowl between Akron and UNLV go live later as well. And obviously, we got the Citrus Bowl coming. All playoff games tomorrow. No, there is no off-season strategies this year, so do not DM me that choice. However, DM me your choice if you're staying with your team. If you want to enter the coaching carousel, need a DM from everybody. So you haven't DM'd me already. They're due tonight. Do not be left in the dust. All right, now we got a game I'm very excited for. I felt like this was going to be a banger of a bowl game, as you've got the Quick Lane Bowl here between Central Michigan and Florida. I feel like Central Michigan has a great chance to get the upset here. This is a 11-point favorite here for Florida, so this would be the biggest upset of the day. Coming into this game, the biggest upset was New Mexico beating Missouri, but the over-under is 54.5, that 11-point spread. So we'll see if Central Michigan and Wykel Summers can get it done and beat the SEC Florida Gators. Here we go. Ford Field. Very close here for Central Michigan. It's basically a home game for Florida. Not a lot of people traveling from Florida up to Michigan, especially in the winter. But number 22, Florida, taking on the MAC champion. 11-point spread here for the Gators. But we will see. Very good chance Central Michigan could make this a good game. Florida missing out on the playoff after losing to Miami. A win against Miami, they probably would have been in, which is funny. So forward field, the quick lane bull. Here we go. We're going to go heads and kick. We've only seen one no cover today, so will we get our second no cover, or will this be another outright? As we are off 0-0 here to start. Florida gets that tutty. Can Wykel Summers bring it back? 10-0, 10-3. Central Michigan hanging in there, but they got to score some touchdowns. It's not looking good. Florida's starting to dome them. Not like this. Come on, Central Michigan. Storm back. Come on. They just keep stalling out. And this is going to be where they get bludgeoned. The MAC champion going down to the mighty SEC. It's not looking good here for the Chippewas. But wait, they get a long one. But is it too late? Down 3 scores. It does look like it. Wait a second. Oh, baby. What is this? It was 31-3. It's now 31-18. Can't jump in yet, and they get a touchdown. It's just a little bit too late. 38-25, man. They don't want to go away, but we don't jump in unless it's a one-score game, and that will do it. So that is 38-25. Welcome in, you gamer. 69-yard penalty, Michigan for too much touching. So 38-25 here. Florida gets it done. A big-time fourth quarter for both teams, but that's a Florida cover for those at home for their BearCaves. Florida cover, so the SEC goes to 2-1. The MAC dipping down to 1-2 here. Wykel Summers, the junior, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Couple of TFLs across the board, 3 and 1 sack for Ralph. Deflections, they get 3. Fumbles, they get 1 and no recovery. And for Florida, definitely not the bowl game they wanted, but Jared Johnson, 5 touchdowns for him today, big time. Brandon Williams back from injury, gets 126. And a very interesting year, 10-win year after a terrible year last year with the Dogwater era. Corey Carter and Justin Shaw. Yeah, this team was just a hop, skip, and a jump from making the playoff. Okay, you gamer. Aaron Hernandez, please come back. That's funny. All right, 38-25. That is a Florida cover here in the, what was that? The Quick Lane Bowl. Dogwater, you were their coach. You won, like, what, 1 game? It has to be your fault a little bit. I mean, Jaron Johnson, the quarterback, just throws 5 touchdowns right there. Why couldn't you do that? All right, let's move it along. All right, here we go. This is when things start heating up. So, Yui, let me know if you're here. Heads or tails, kick or receive. As we have got the Sickos Sun Bowl here between Western Kentucky, your American champions, taking on Auburn. Yui is fighting for the Notre Dame job. She will get it if she wins, or if I deem that she kept it insanely close. We will see if she gets the Notre Dame offer. As Coach Cabbage is on the other side. This is a really good one. This is a 10-point spread for Auburn. So on paper, obviously in betting, probably not. But over-under is 58.5. So can Yui do it again? She just took down Cincinnati, who made the playoff. Here we go. Chance to go to Notre Dame as we get the Bailey Zappi loading screen. That's definitely going to help out. Can Yui do it again? Beat on Cabbage. The American is the only conference left without a win in bowl season. They're 0 for 2 so far. Here we go. So, Yui, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive? Coach Cabbage, we are here in, what is this, Waco? No. Waco is Baylor. Where's this horribleness? Down by the border in UTEP Stadium. That's not Waco, is it? No. Waco is Baylor. God, it's blanking my mind. El Paso, that's what it was. Thank you, Coach Fi. Tails and kick. All right. Sicko Sun Bowl, here we go. Auburn wins the toss. Here we go. This is a very hyped game. Western Kentucky and Auburn. What's going to happen? Touchdown for Western Kentucky. It was a defensive score. 14-7 though. Oh, come on, Yui. Come on, Yui. 14-14, 21. Oh, don't lose it. There, tie game at halftime. No, they add a field goal. Come on, Auburn. Not like this. They add one. It's a 10-point spread. Please. Come on, you need a good second half here. Please. It's fourth quarter. No scores. And it's a fumble. No. 26-yard penalty. Oh, a touchdown for Western Kentucky. And they go for... Oh, baby, it's 1 point. The 81-yard touchdown. One play at a time. Here we go. It's looking good here for Auburn. They're driving. Can they punch it home? Yes, they do. 37. And they missed the extra point. The extra point's no good. It's a 7-point game. Western Kentucky. Can they keep driving? We're not to the 2-point yet. Oh, my God. There it is! The extra point to tie the game. There it is, folks. 37-37. I forgot to do the jerseys. I am sorry we didn't go all black, but here we go. 37-37. I totally spaced on those. Auburn taking on Western Kentucky. First and 10, Alfonso Jackson, Brandon Price, Kofi Garnett. Can they do a one last drive here? It's a yam, it's a catch, LaHonda Dickerstick. Alfonso Jackson, and Dickerstick has, oh my God, he has the career record here. Beating a Stan White record. Alfonso Jackson, the career leader. Let's go. He's having a great day. Can he win them the Sickos Bowl? Dickerstick having a great day today. Western Kentucky looking for a win. Man in motion to the backfield. Triple option. Alfonso Jackson. Yui desperately needs a stop. We've got a heavily rated Auburn team that sucks live taking on Western Kentucky. I don't not know what's going to happen here. Motion. Hands it off to the up man. He gets some room. He breaks one. Loses some yardage there. They hurry it up here. Jackson. They bring a blitz. He floaties in. Wide open man. Kofi Garnett gets 22. 37-37. 1 minute left. Both teams have all timeouts. This was a 10-point spread for Auburn. They fake the handoff. It's Jackson. He keeps it and he gets hit hard. Down he goes. Second and 7. Inside the 15. Handoff. Jackson keeps it. A first down could end this game as they would just run the clock, kick the field goal. But remember, they missed an extra point, so you never know. 3rd and 5. They desperately need a stop. It's Jackson again, and ball's on the ground, and no! Auburn picks it up! No! That was the chance. And Brandon Price gives them the lead. The fumble, and then the tutty. Oh no. They tried to pull the Charlotte Classic, the fumble on the goal line, and they couldn't recover. 45 seconds left in a dream for the Hilltoppers. Dreams of the Notre Dame and touchdown Jesus hanging in the balance. 45 seconds left. First and 10, Maximus Mays. Floats it, hits his man! They gotta hurry it up, no timeouts. James Williams over 100 yards. Laz Palmer, bottom of your screen. Maximus Mays having a great day today. Mays has time. Dumps that short. That's going to go to Jackson Viss, SFA player, but time is running. You got to hurry it back up. You got to get these guys back to the line. 26, 25. They snap it. Mays, floaties to the edge. That's a first down. Maximus Mays and his meaty arms trying to carry them to victory. 21 seconds left. The reject. First and 10. And gets 7. Second and 3. 17 seconds left. Mays over the middle, and he misses him! The easy first down. $14 seconds left. 37 yards away. Bunch formation on the right. Mays yams it, hits his man. Oh, it's dropped! What are we doing? That was it. The drop. 4th and 3, game on the line, 9 seconds left. Mays over the middle, he's gonna get the first. They go back to Larry Pollock after he dropped it, but you gotta hurry it up and snap this. They gotta get this off, hurry it up, go, go, go. 1 play left. I don't see Laz Palmer on the field. It looks like he might have picked up an injury. The Sickos Bowl coming down to the final snap. Who will win the Season 15 Sickos Bowl? No Laz Palmer on the field. Somebody else is going to have to clutch up. Maximus Mays, the third, tips it. Oh, that was it! They drop it off the tip. 000. Auburn wins. An instant classic. Oh my, what a way to win for Coach Cabbage. I thought they had it off the tip. They couldn't corral it. That is an Auburn no cover. As the SEC moves to 3-1 and the American, it remains winless. They're 0-3. And I don't know if they have another bowl game. Or they got to rely on Cincinnati. Unbelievable. Great game. Had some great bowl games so far. We still got quite a few left. 44-37 is your final. We got 6 more games to go here on BearCave. And then we'll watch the Sickos game today and then the CFP tomorrow. All right, game stats. Dickerstick got a touchdown. Garnett. Palmer did get a touchdown at some point, so he did play most of this game. The 81-yard run was clutch for them. Cannot believe Western Kentucky put up that big of a fight. Maximus Mays, 23 of 43 tutties, 270. Rushing the ball, Brent Charles, 175. Viscott, 17. Les Palmer, 3 for 51, gets himself a tutty. Keuchel and Schroff get 9 combined. On defense, TFLs, Rutherford gets 1. No sacks. They got 2 interceptions here. Josh Williams in that. Cannot believe they didn't get that one. Welcome in, Maddox. Tulane did not play yet, so you're still coming up. Is Alfonso Jackson, 29 of 40, 394, 4 tutties. Brendan Price, 74 and 2. LaHonda Dickerstick, best game of his career. Kofi showed up. Paul Charles gets 11 tackles. Calais Ingram, he only had 4 tackles today. No interceptions. Very clean game from both sides. And there we go. All right, 44-37 is your final. So let's get my players of the game. So that is an Auburn no cover for those tracking at home. All right, moving on up now, we are going to go to the Barclays Las Vegas Bowl. So Coach Dave, Coach Eisen, if you're here, Coach Dave gets the choice. So Coach Dave, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a very good one. The Barclays Las Vegas Bowl, we've got Miami, who was the quarterback, or the program that Barkley played in. Oregon was one of their rivals. Kick and right. Yes, sir. Robert, welcome in. We are finishing out Season 15 so that we will be right on track with the release of the new game. All right, I don't see Dave, so we're going to go with Eisen here. So this is one of our push games as well, if you're on your BearCave or on your bets. Oregon and Miami, 21 versus number 23, and the Barclays Las Vegas Bowl will be at Allegiant Stadium. Here we go. This is one of, historically, the SFA's favorite bowls. Yep, we can, yeah, you can preload on 13th, and you get to play it at 4 o'clock. Is that, that 4 o'clock is Pacific, right? All right, here we go. All right. Miami taking on Oregon. Oregon just lost the Pac-12 championship in a spot in the playoff. In Miami, it was independent, just got left out of the playoff. So, see what happens here. This might be the lightest I've ever seen Allegiant Stadium in this game, as it's 7-0 early for Oregon. Miami crawls back, and they take the lead. Miami 21-7, not looking good here for Oregon. Sal Easton, got to make a move here, buddy. 28-7, not looking good. Miami continues. Miami putting an absolute clinic on today. Oregon just falling apart here. Can they have something at the end? And at 34-13, that is likely going to end the game unless, hold on, 2 scores. Get 1 quick score here, and no, that's going to do it. Miami kills them. Way to go, Eisen. Nice victory. That was a push game, so that's a Miami outright win. So the Independents even get a win here today. The Independents are 1-1. The Pac-12 drops to 2-3. And Oregon goes from playoff hopeful to not even a bowl win. 9-5 as Travis Birch came back from injury and he gets 4 touchdowns. 11-win season. Anthony Cameron, what left you out in the committee's eyes was a loss to 2-win Florida State and a loss to Virginia, who I believe was 3 wins. So yeah, that. Oh my God, almost 300 yards on the ground for Travis Birch, the workhorse. My goodness, clipsing almost 300 yards, does get over that with his total yardage, 4 touchdowns as well. Best win being Florida, a couple losses to some bad teams while you got left out. Interception, though, a lot of deflections. But caps it off with a Las Vegas Bowl victory, and Miami will be in a conference next season, from what I can tell. Maybe for carries in a game, but yardage, no. We've seen some 300-plus totals. "15 tackles here for Jamal Walton, the Butkus winner. Nalasaka, freshman All-American, gets himself a sack. 3 sacks on the day. Interception for George Hayes. Fumble for Walton. Walton just had a fantastic year, but couldn't punch it home when it mattered the most. Coach Dave leaves, but he'll have the best user team next season, so he'll be just fine. So that is a Miami outright here. Remember, Eisen, if you didn't already, DM me that you want to stay at Miami. This is the outright victory. BYU did not have a strong schedule at all. All right. Oh, baby. We've got Jay Jettas. Let me know if you're here. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Arguably the most firepower in bowl season today. It's Oklahoma and East Carolina, our reigning defending national champions. The East Carolina Pirates taking on the season 13 national champion, the Oklahoma Sooners, and Coach Jay Jettas. We still have a full roster here for Oklahoma. All the firepower. Have no clue how they're only 8-4. And for East Carolina, they got gutted after their natty win and after I retired. So even though they're still a 97 overall on paper. So Jay Jettas, let me know if you're here. Heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 4-point favorite for ECU. Over-under is 51.5 as we are headed to the Latina Juice Gator Bowl, folks. I've always wanted to play in this game. Get to see my boys do it. A lot of great players here. No defending national championship reign or run or anything. But get to stomp on Oklahoma just as good. The Latina Juice Gator Bowl. Here we go. Oklahoma. TIAA Bank Field. So heads and kick per usual. This is the last game for some of the SFA greats like Armani Campbell. You know, all these guys on offense, Todd Honey and stuff. So let's see what happens. He decided to put Bullock in. He started him. So 0 score here with all the firepower. Oklahoma gets first. 7-0 for OU. They add another one, 14-0. Oklahoma coming out clutch, 21-0. Are they going to dome ECU here? 24-0. Not a good start here for the Pirates. Our defending national champions. They get one back in the three-pointer. And they can't get the other. Not a good day here as Oklahoma looks to have woken up finally. 33-8. Oof. And they can't even make it interesting here. Some game you chose there, Dogwater. Oof. It felt like a playoff game, but unfortunately we don't get to watch it. Oklahoma dominates. That's an Oklahoma outright win. As the ACC takes their first loss in bowl season, it's 2-1, and the SEC goes to 4-1 here. So SEC proving once again they are the best team. Todd Honey, Shaquille Wild Goose all get touchdown. Dambo Dinkins even. Jamal Bullock, 28 of 40, 333 and 3 touchdowns. Gus McFeeters goes for 133. Shaquille Wild Goose, 99. Dambo Dinkins and Todd Honey all score. And on defense, George Payne, 11 tackles. Robacker gets himself a sack. Interceptions go to Jay Phoenix. East Carolina, Mike Jennings, the replacement. Not a good day for him. Not a good day for Tony Brooks. Vladdy Daddy gets himself a decent day. Touchdown goes to Cedric Knoll. And for a lot of my SFA defenders here, this is the end of the road. Blake Womack, the Coloradan off the edge, gets 2 sacks. Interceptions, none. Durr, Shaid Champagne, none of them could do shit. Couple of deflections, though, for these guys. No fumbles. And that will do it, folks. So ECU, after I leave, dropped to 8-5. Definitely their worst season since, like, season 8. A lot of you guys think you're cooking in BearCave. We'll see later when it's counted. So that is an OU outright. All right, only a couple more games on the schedule here before we go to the Citrus Bowl. Remember, we'll take a brief break, about 5 minutes, and we'll come right on back. So don't go anywhere. But we're going to finish out bowl game strong here as we are now going to the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. 2 teams that have just fallen off the face of the planet. You have Coach Skook taking on Coach Logan Radke. Iowa State was the last undefeated team, and they are not in the playoff because they lost 3 in a row, including a loss to Kansas State in overtime last time we saw them. So, Coach Skook, let me know if you are here. This is a 5-point favorite for A&M and Herky Streets, and over under 43.5. So we'll see if A&M can come off with a win. They were in the national championship last year. Was a game away from making it to the SEC championship. Both these teams, just one more win goes their way. They're in the playoff. That's the point of the bowl games we're at. These are the big ones. A&M taking on Iowa State. Oh, baby. Here we go. Gerald Ford Stadium. Gonna go heads and kick. All right, we are off in the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. And Herky Streets leads them for a touchdown to open the game. Iowa State, though, gets a field goal. A&M responds. It looks like A&M might be very good. 14-10, 21-17. Iowa State not going away. They able to correct their miscues. Not looking good here, but they're battling back. We got a close one brewing, 28-24 as we go to the fourth quarter. And Iowa State takes their first lead of the ball game. Iowa State goes 3 and out. A&M, can they mount a drive? No, they're just trading 3 and outs here. We're going to go one play at a time now. Iowa State trying to extend the lead, and they punt it. So here comes A&M. They punt it. Oh my, just trading back and forth here. We got a 3rd and 3 here for Iowa State. They choked away the Big 12. Can they win this bowl game? The handoff here, and he stiffies a man. Jackie Knight tries to bring him down. I believe he has the most sacks currently out of any active player. And A&M is going to have to start using their timeouts. Iowa State can go out on top here. Handoff here. They get 1. Second and 7. Iowa State up by 3. They get a stop. So last chance here for A&M. A first down wins the game for the Cyclones. Huckhammer in the slot. 3rd and 5. Delayed give. Somebody got to make a play, and they do. It's Terrence Boo, the cornerback. The SFA player keeps the game alive, and they're going for it. Big play here. They're going to be able to run the clock. Can Iowa State win the bowl game here? They're going to let this run all the way down. 4th and 6. Can Dan Brown make up for the Kansas State loss? 4th and 6, bowl game on the line. They're going to throw it. Corner blitz over the middle, and it's short. Herky Streets will get his chance. All of A&M Nation and all Aggie fans have been hypercritical of Herky Streets since taking over for the legendary Rex Beavers in Beaver Ball. He has a chance there to silence his critics with a game-winning drive. 55 seconds left for Herky. Legacy drive on the way. Dumps this short. Clock is running. You gotta hurry it up. Ray Woods. Going back out empty. Dan Day, top of your screen. Herky throws that short. Another first. Ray Woods again. 25 of 42, 298, 2 touchdowns. They are in yam range already. Can Herky win the game? They're leading most of it. Dumps that short again. Clock continues to drain. Ernest Barber, his top target. 25 seconds. Herky, clean pocket, gets another first. Very clean pocket here. Got to look at Bomani Emons to get off the edge there. 17 seconds left. They're going to spike this one. 13 seconds left. No timeouts. Probably need about 10, 15 yards to get into field goal range. Right now, they're looking at a 58-yard field goal. Too far. Got to get at least 10. Herky steps up. He yams it deep. 50-50. It's tipped away by Charisma Mukaida. The SFA corner keeps the game alive here for Iowa State. He could have won it there. The transfer from Kansas. 3rd and 10. Still time to get a first down and kick a field goal. But you got to get out of bounds. Herky. He yams this one deep left side, and this one's tipped away by Richie Boots. The SFA player and transfer from West Virginia. So last play of the game. Can A&M win it on a walk-off? Herky Streets will throw it as far as he can. He yams it deep, and it tipped away. Iowa State wins! 3 straight tips, and they win the First Responders Bowl. Herky Streets cannot bring it home, and Iowa State comes on back with the one-handed tip. Dan Day might have had a path to the end zone. The Cyclones are loving it. And the SEC goes down. As that is an outright victory for Iowa State. So now we're going on a bit of an outright streak here, as the Big 12 goes to 2-1, and the SEC falls to 4-2. We've got 3 games left, folks, and one of my favorites upcoming. The Yam It Cheese It Bowl is coming shortly, but we got a few games first. Iowa State gets that 10-win season as A&M drops to 9-4. What a day of games. We've gone into some clutch ones. Some very good finishes here today as we are watching. It's going to be like 22 games or so. Or 21 games on BearCave. And 22 total today. How many times we got to watch this Bernard highlight? Come on, get to the stats. I don't like skipping because I don't want the game to crash. But this is the end of a lot of good SFA players. This is a team that made the Natty, for crying out loud. A&M. So, but great season for Iowa State. Herky Streets ran it in. 74-yarder for Bonds. The last blue square was in a watch party game for San Diego State. Like week 10 or something. Herky Streets, 27-47. No turnovers for him today as a junior. He is an SFA player. He will be moved to the new game if he does not declare. Kaloran gets 6 pancakes. Corey Patterson, Freddie Furman gets 10 tackles. Jackie Knight gets 3 TFLs and a sack in his final game. One of the best pass rushers of all time. Huck Hammer, in his bowl appearance, gets only 1 tackle. Deflections. No forced fumbles. And for Iowa State, Dan Brown, 20-32, makes up for his debacle in the Kansas State game with a win here. Very good game for them. Bamani Emons gets 3 TFLs. No interceptions, but a lot of deflections to close out and win that game. And that's going to do it here from the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. So this was an Iowa State outright. We've had a lot of outright games today. Nice little spread, but a lot of 3-pointers. We've only had, I think, 2 no covers today. Iowa and Auburn. So a lot of 3-point opportunities for people. So drastic swings in BearCave could be coming. We'll have to see who went nutty, who did not. And remember, we still have CFP games tomorrow to decide it, but I will give an update today on where the score is at. All right, so 3 games left on the docket. We are going to the New Orleans Bowl. This bowl is historically a great bowl for top G5 talent, and we've got a great matchup today as it's going to be Arkansas State, one of those top players in the Sun Belt, taking on the Conference USA winner, Tulane. Yes, sir. The final CFP games, the first round, are all double points. So, Coach Maddox, let me know, kick or receive here. As this is a 4.5-point favorite for Tulane. And Tracy Potes, Whoopty Tibbs. This duo has been incredible as this is back-to-back 10-win seasons for Tulane. We'll see if they can cap this season off with a bowl game, as last season they got beat by UNLV pretty handedly. So we are in the Sleepers Peepers New Orleans Bowl. taking on Arkansas State, who had a very good year as well. They lost to UCF and Southern Miss, walked out of their conference championship. But they have a win over Georgia this year. They actually held the MacGuffin the longest this season. They had it for 9 weeks. So we are in the Superdome here. Big prize for these two teams. I don't see Maddox, so we're just going to go with kick. Here we go, folks. Bowl game and touchdown for Arkansas State, but they missed that extra point. Tulane takes the lead. Interesting start here in the Superdome. 14-6. Can Arkansas State battle back? 14-6 still, and they add one right before half, a 56-yarder. Not looking good for Arkansas State. Is Tulane up to 24? Tulane's looking good here. It's looking like a Tulane cover. Arkansas State falling off a map. They finally get one back, but is it too little, too late? You're going to have to score a lot and in a hurry. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, as that's 38-13. Tulane is going to win here pretty much at home. And there it is. Coach Maddox gets it done. He gets 11 wins, 38-13. That is a Tulane cover. And that is going to move Conference USA up to 3-2, and the Sun Belt down to 2-2. So John Black, transfer from Notre Dame, gets an 80-yarder, but Potes brings it back. Man, Tracy Potes turning into such a threat, man. This guy is so good. Look at him, 23 of 41, 5 tutties. My God. Tracy Potes, Whoopty Tibbs didn't even have to do anything today. Just dominating this defense. And you imagine how good this team would be if Maddox didn't always hear offers in the transfer portal and lose his players. Like, they could have made the playoff probably. So Jacoby Diaz, transfer from San Jose State. Not a good day for him. Eddie Wilkins, one of the best rejects we've seen, him and Kareem Paul. He gets 121 in a tutty. Zirkelbach, the SFA player. Maxidro Sue, one of our leaders, most likely going to be in the Team of the Year conversation. And deflections, forced fumbles, that will do it. So 2 games left here before we head on over to the Citrus Bowl. So always got to get my players of the game. As it's a Tulane cover here. And here it is, arguably the most coveted BearCave style bowl game. We are now headed over to the Yammon Cheez-It Bowl, an age-old classic, and this matchup I cannot wait for. I really hope this is a good game, as we've got Pittsburgh and Jaws Patterson, the Heisman finalist, taking on Coastal Carolina, Grant Davis, and your Sun Belt champions. So, Coach Crew, let me know if you're here. Heads or tails, kick or receive. You'll figure out who your running back's going to be going to the new game a little later on today, but it will be tails and kick. This game, it's a 3.5-point favorite for Coastal Carolina, and the over-under is 70.5. The Heisman finalist, Jaws Patterson, taking on Coastal Carolina, and Grant Davis, the HSFA player, the comeback king. Will he get another classic here to close out his career? What a game, what a moment. The Yammon Cheez-It Bowl always provides sweet, sweet nectar. Let's see if it does it again. The Yammon Cheez-It Bowl is always centered around a great quarterback matchup, and we've got none better than Patterson taking on Davis. Here we go. Tails and kick for Coach Crew. Camping World Stadium. It will be home of our Citrus Bowl a little later on today. We got the all teals going against the road ones. We got tails and kick here for Coach Crew. Welcome in, welcome in. He wants kick. So we'll see Grant Davis here first. We got one more game after this, but this one is the meaty one. Whoa, quick touch. Oh my God, 16 out of the dome here for Pitt. What a first quarter. But you've got the comeback king on the other side, and they can't do anything. Oh my God, Coastal score! Coastal getting cooked right now. No points. The Sunbelt champ in shambles, but Coastal, there's one. There's two. The comeback king. As we head to the fourth quarter. Fumble recovery for 86. And no! It's 23. What is even happening in this game? And no, Pitt, again, they re-extend the lead. It's back to 16. Grant Davis, can he do anything? No. Please, Grant. Grant Davis, please. Do something, my guy. They get one. They get one. Come on, Grant Davis. There's one. Does he get the two? No, he doesn't. It's a 10-point game. Jaws Patterson is going to finish it. The Heisman finalist. And there it is. They win the Yammon Cheez-It Bowl. Coach Crew gets it done. That is a Pitt outright victory. So the ACC goes to 3-1, and the Sun Belt goes under 500, 2-3. As the Sun Belt champ goes down. Grant Davis almost got there. It was 16-14. But a kickoff return for... So they got a safety and a kickoff return. That's how they scored 16 in a blink of an eye. And then Jaws Patterson shut it down. Hey, all I'm going to say is, like, he had the great game against LSU, then he had the comeback versus Nebraska, and then they ended up winning the Sun Belt. That's it. He finally got Coastal a Sun Belt win. That was his. And Josh Patterson, you didn't do anything. Your final game. Buddy. You didn't even do anything. The Heisman finalist. Keontae Duckett and Keon. Oh, my God. What even happened? Clooney Bolton. My goodness. But, hey, stats don't matter. The results on the field do. Is Grant Davis, his final game of his career, the HSFA player, he went nutty. 26 of 40, 318, 3 touchdowns. He did everything he could, but he just couldn't find a way. And some other SFA greats here, like Lockhart. Percy Lockhart gets 3. He's still a junior. He might come back. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. But for Coastal now, out with the old, that you go from CJ Irons to Grant Davis to Bryce Beers. It's the Bryce Beers era now here in Coastal. I think they're going to be just fine. But that is a Pitt outright victory. I think that one's going to swing a lot of people here. QBU as right, but no playoff appearances with those quarterbacks. I don't know how you don't have a playoff appearance with CJ Irons still. That pisses me off. But multiple Sun Belts, or multiple appearances in the Citrus Bowl. So Pitt wins it outright. We've got one more bowl game. We're on a behemoth of a live stream here, 2.5 hours. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the subs as well. Pulled pork pot pies for tonight. So just got to make sure, looking at this, we got our Citrus Bowl. That's going to be our game coming up. We've got the Outback Bowl right here. These are all playoff slots. Just want to make sure I have all of them done. Remember, playoffs are coming tomorrow. All right, so everything is done besides these couple of games. So the Outback Bowl is always the The two next best teams just outside the Citrus, so we'll watch the Citrus here in a little bit, but we're going to pop a smoke, and the Heisman winner, Josh Garrett. Everybody's saying the worst Heisman winner of all time. Well, pop a smoke, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive if you're here. Let's see if they can get it done. This is a 3-point spread for North Carolina. Got left out at 10-2 with a horrible schedule. See if they can take down Maryland, who had some injury troubles this season, but they are fully healthy. Jerry Schmierman trying to take on Josh Garrett, the Heisman winner. Here we go. Sirilax's Brio taking on Papa Smoke. Two guys who were in the playoff last season, just missed it this year. Heads and kick already. Here we go. We've got the Outback Bowl. The hashtag FireJJet is Outback Bowl. We've had some classic moments in this bowl, like the walk-off Hail Mary from Baylor against Florida. To end the illustrious careers of Colt Brennan and Braylon Burnside. We've had some great moments in this bowl game over the years. See what happens as we... Remember, this is the last bowl season on NCAA 14. We're headed to the CFB 25 game. Cannot wait. It will be a new era, new style, new everything. And the SFA players are coming with. So here we go, Outback game, Raymond James Stadium. We were just here for the Gasparilla, quick turnaround. He said heads in kick, here we go. They lose the toss. We'll see the Heisman winner, see if he can prove the haters wrong. Everybody hating on UNC lately. Quick touchdown for Maryland. UNC responds. A lot on the line here, folks. 7-7. Maryland 14-7. 14-14. Looks like we got a nice game coming down to the wire. No scoring so far here in the third. A field goal for UNC. Battle back and forth. We go to the fourth quarter. And nothing. It's a no-good field goal. Maryland has their chance. Here we go. And a fumble by the Terps. And then that's an easy score. So the Terps now on their back foot. But Pearson's back. You got Schmierman. This is a team that can score at will. We'll see if can they get the drive done. Yes, they do. So they add 3. We're going one play at a time. Brock Thunderbird, the transfers. We'll jump in at that 2-minute mark. It's 4th down. We're going to watch it here. They're going for it. 4th and 4. Up by 3. The Heisman Trophy winner, Josh Garrett. Drops back. 3-man rush. He steps up. He's going to be sacked. Sacked by Brandon Cochran, the transfer from Old Dominion. Oh, baby. All right. So Maryland has their chance. Jerry Schmierman. You've got Bryson Ward bottom of the screen. Pearson's back, and you got Andy Newton in the slot. This is a team that was undefeated. And in the playoff last year, they choked a 20-point lead to LSU and Grant Davis. And Jason Austin is in, so they're running back. Brent Jackson or whatever his name is, not playing. Looks probably he's injured. 2nd and 5 now. Schmierman. Yam. Schmierman, it's tipped away. Quentin Horton, what a play there. Great recovery. 3rd down. Third and 5. Jerry Schmierman. UNC Sid Nash. This is the final career game, Coach Dogwater, of Sid Nash. Over the middle. That's a 1st down. Sid Nash brings him down. Andy Newton, the transfer from Tulane, having himself a big day as Jerry Schmierman breaks his own record. Sid Nash's final game. Arizona great. The last game of the original Legion of Dread. Playing in the slot there. 1st and 10, 24-21. Schmierman. Empty. They bring a blitz. Schmierman yams it to the corner. It's caught by Andy Newton. The SFA reject. What a catch. 1st and 10. Minute 21, plenty of time for both sides. Handoff to Austin, up the gut. And he's falling forward. They're going to give him the first. Andy Newton came from Tulane. Sid Nash came from Arizona. 1st and goal to take the lead in the Outback Bowl. Schmierman, they're going to be running the clock. A handoff to Austin. He breaks through one. He pushes forward. Touchdown, Maryland. What a run from Jason Austin. He would not be denied. All right, Josh Garrett, I will never say another word to you about your fraudulent Heisman Trophy if you can make this drive. This is your legacy moment. Otherwise, you will be known as the most fraudulent Heisman winner in the history of the SFA. Here we go. Josh Garrett, your Heisman Trophy winner. This is your legacy moment. 68 seconds. Down 4. 2 timeouts. You need a touchdown. Brock Thunderbird. Free rusher. Hits his man out of the backfield. The angle route. Roach on the tackle. It's Ryan Young. A lot of SFA players on this defense as well. See if they can make a play. They bring a blitz again. Garrett just throws that one away. He's having a pretty good day. Does have an interception, though. Second and 10. They're pressing. Watch the yam. Oh, Maryland. No, not like this. 2nd and 10. Garrett. He yams it deep. He's open. There it is. Oh, no. J.R. Mullins, the Florida transfer. And UNC goes back on top. Josh Garrett just told us all to shut the fuck up. That's one of those plays. I saw it. I saw it coming a mile away. And J.R. Mullins, the transfer. Sir Laxis Bryo and his transfer strategy working to a T. Now we got to get another Jerry Schmierman masterclass. 51 seconds, 3 timeouts for Jerry Schmierman. They've got one of the most explosive passing games we've seen in recent years. Pearson was hurt most of the year, so they weren't as explosive as normal. But you got Bryson Warden, Andy Newton, and Pearson there at the top of your screen. Schmierman, he takes off. Schmierman, no! Well, there's one timeout. 48 seconds left. Schmierman drops back. They bring another blitz. Schmierman on the run. Schmierman goes down. Not like this. Jerry Schmierman. It's 3rd and 21. Schmierman. Throw the ball. He goes backwards again. Last play of the Outback Bowl. It's 4th and 30. Does Maryland have a miracle? They race back to the line. Schmierman. He yams it deep. And it's tipped away. Warden couldn't bring it down. And that's going to do it. UNC takes over at the 5. Cherry Schmearman just couldn't throw it. Unbelievable game. Great way to end a fantastic stream. I totally thought he was going to bring that down. Bryson Warden was. And there it is. Triple zeros as we close the final BearCave Bowl season of NCAA 14. UNC stands on top. The Outback Bowl winners as the Heisman winner, Josh Garrett, yams a 60-yarder into the record books. I told him I would stop talking about his fraud Heisman if he did that, and that he did. Say what you want about the record. The eye test passes here for Josh Garrett. As Maryland loses another. Your Heisman Trophy winner and your player of the Outback Bowl. Congratulations. So all that's left, folks. We've got 12 more games in Season 15, and every single one will be game day style. 11 playoff games and 1 Citrus Bowl. We'll have the Citrus Bowl coming up shortly. It's going to be a great one between Minnesota Coach Rick and Coach Mike and Georgia Tech. So let's close this game out, and then we will scroll back through the results. But this is how this game finished. This was a UNC cover. It was a 3-point spread. You give that to UNC as a cover in our BearCave games. So the ACC goes to 4-1, and the Big Ten drops to 1-3. Ferris Butter. Cannot believe they hit the yam, man. Yeah, I'm going to miss NCAA too, but hopefully not too much, as we'll have some actual good interactions between secondary players. That's really what I'm hoping for, man. Just, you know, better gameplay. Or not just like the same, because right now we know how you score. It's the yams or run, you know, option. I want them to be right about 134 different ways to play, like so many different styles of teams that can perform well. Brent Jackson did get hurt, but Austin got into the end zone. Warden didn't have his best day. Wigglesworth got 4 pancakes. Cochran got 3 sacks. Great game for him. Interception for Paris Hood. A couple of deflections here. Forced fumble for Ingram, and he caught it. And Josh Garrett, your Heisman winner, 25-39, 410, and 3 tutties, and on the ground added 43 yards and a touchdown as well. Brock Thunderbird went for 89. J.R. Mullins, legendary game for him. Jameson Lacosta, SFA player. Brock Thunderbird goes out. Muffy Breastfeeder gives up 2 sacks in his final game. Muffy Breastfeeder. And then you've got all these guys, a lot of sacks here. Interceptions, none. Deflections, couple. Fumble for Doug Wade. And that will do it. So we'll get our player of the game here. It's a UNC cover. All right, folks. So to recap our full bowl results here. Let me get my player of the game first before I start yapping. This is a UNC cover. I'll post all the bowl results here in a little bit after the full streams. All right, so to fully recap it here, folks, we started out with an SMU outright victory. UTSA won outright. Troy covered. TCU covered. Hawaii won outright. Iowa State no covered. North Carolina State, or NC State covered. New Mexico outright, biggest upset of the day. Georgia covered. Georgia Southern won outright. Clemson won outright. Utah covered. Stanford won outright. Florida covered. Auburn no covered. Miami won outright. Oklahoma won outright. Iowa State won outright. Tulane covered. Pitt won outright. And UNC covered. And so all that's left is a Citrus Bowl, which we will see next between number 13 Georgia Tech and number 14 Minnesota. So the Bowl Mania, as it looks headed into the Citrus and the CFP, the ACC is 4-1. The Big 12 is 2-1. The Big 10 is 1-3. The Pac-12 is 2-3. And the SEC is 4-2. So currently your Power 5 rankings would be ACC at 1, SEC at 2. Then you would have the Big 12 at 3, the Pac-12 at 4, and the Big 10 at 5. So the Big 10 had the worst performance today. In the group of 5, we had the American go 0-3. Conference USA went 3-2. The MAC went 1-2. The Mountain West went 2-1. And the Sun Belt surprisingly went 2-3. So your rankings there. Your top team is going to be, what is this, 60%, 66%. So the Mountain West actually having the best bowl season so far. Then Conference USA. And then you would have the Sun Belt. Then the MAC. And then the American, who still doesn't have a win. And Independent went 1-1. Miami won. BYU lost. So that will wrap it up. A 3-hour stream here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for the Citrus Bowl. Peace.